This is my new favorite controller. Yes, that's how I'm starting this video. I'm DJ TLM. Welcome to DJ TLM TV. This is my first look at Pioneer's brand new DDJ-REV7 motorized controller for Serato. Let's go. So let's get right into it. This is the DDJ-REV7 motorized controller for Serato by Pioneer. Yes, I'm a big fan of motorized controllers. I love anything that tries to emulate that turntable feel. That's the way I prefer to play. And that concept is not new, but Pioneer has done a couple of things different, and I like where they're going with this. Now, the first thing that blew my mind when I saw this controller wasn't even the jog wheels, it was the mixer section. They basically put an S7 inside of this controller. And this is what I'm used to playing with. This is how I normally play when I have either CDJs or turntables. This is the style of mixer I'll have in the middle. So the performance pads are here. You normally don't see that on a controller. Normally they would be underneath the jog wheel or above the jog wheel. I'm not a big fan of that. I prefer this because there's nothing around that jog wheel now, and I have my controls in the middle the same way I always have them. You have the same functionality as on the S7. You have your paddles for your effects, and yes, you have onboard effects. I only use my onboard effects. I basically never use software effects. You can control the Serato effects here as well, but they have the onboard effects. So that made me very, very happy. By the way, if you're liking this content, make sure you like the video and share this video. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe and activate the notifications so you won't miss out on any of my future content. Let's get back to this beast. Now, the performance pads have the same layout and same function as you have on your S7. You have your hot cue, roll, save, loop sampler, and the secondary function is the pitch play, slicer loops, save, flip, and scratch back. There is one extra feature here, and that is smooth echo, which is a new feature. And once that is activated, anytime you pull your fader down or you pull the fader, crossfader to the side, it activates an effect. You also have a dedicated silent cue. Now, I'm not going to cover all features in this video because I don't want to make this video too long. I'll put some of the features up on screen, and I want to test this unit a little bit more. You can actually see me in action with this device on Monday. That's January 17th during my Crates Mix show. And once I've explored everything, I'll do a full review later on. But let's get back to the jog wheel. Yes, it's a motorized jog wheel. It has an acrylic top, and I really like the feeling. Now, it's not vinyl, but it has a feeling that is similar to it. It has a very good grip. It's super smooth. It feels a little bit different than my turntable, but that is the case with turntables as well. If I play on one turntable and I take a turntable from a different brand, the torque is going to be a little bit different. So it takes me a second to get used to it. I had that here as well, but once you get that touch, it feels amazing. Now, I think Pioneer came up with something really clever because normally with turntables, you have that motor in the middle. There'd be no room for display. So they came up with a different design that allows us to have that motorized platter. It moves. And it feels great, but they actually did something really smart. You can see that the outside is moving, but the inside has the display that just stays still. You have two little rings here, one there, and they basically act as sort of slip mats to make sure you get that smooth movement. Now, one thing I will say about the acrylic platter is you get a lot of prints on it really fast. So you are cleaning it the entire time if that is important to you. Otherwise, it'll look like one big fingerprint collection in a day. It doesn't really bother me, and I can take a shirt or cloth and give it one wipe and it looks pretty clean again. So that's perfectly fine for me. The controller comes with a set of stickers, and I've already applied 2 stickers here. I use that as my visual aid the same way I would do on my controller vinyl or on my real vinyl. Now, you don't have to do that because they actually have one inside of the display. If I press this twice, you get your sticker right in there. So taking a look at the rest of that player, we have the option to change the stop time here. You have your start stop. You can play at 33 or 45. You have your pitch bend here. This can also be used if you take the shift to zoom in on that waveform. Another cool thing about the display is that you see your own track here, zoomed in the middle. The full track there, in this case, is just the sound. But if I play the other track, you can actually see the other track inside of your display. So you see both tracks in one display, which some of you like. I know a lot of you like to have that visual to see if both tracks are playing in sync. You can do that right from your display inside of your jog wheel. Now on top, we have a couple of things. You have your auto loop, and you can change the loop size here. You have your slip and your sensor, and with shift, you can turn sensor into reverse as well. You have a section for keys. Now this comes with pitch and time, so you get all of the key features inside Serato, and you can also activate key sync and reset it again. Now there's another thing a lot of you will notice that is different, and that is the fact that the pitch slider, the tempo slider right here is there. It's at the top. Normally you would have it on the side. If you're playing with normal controllers, if you're playing with CDJs, it's gonna be right here. So for some of you, this looks really weird. For me, this is actually where the tempo slider is supposed to be. If you're a turntable DJ and you have your turntables in the battle position, this is where they are. You can change the tempo range, reset it. You have your key lock and sync on and off. And you have your browser section here to browse through the songs, load the track, instant double, or go back. And this is also used to go into the utility menu. And the utility menu, if you press and hold, the utility menu shows up right on your display inside of your jog wheels. This section right here is called Instant Scratch. An instant scratch is basically a built-in scratch bank that is preloaded inside of the controller. I can take out the USB, just did it, so I'm no longer connected to the computer. The tracks I had are now gone. They're not here anymore, so I'm not connected to a computer. So if I activate Instant Scratch right now, you can see something just happened. The slots are now active, and yes, I have preloaded sounds that automatically loop. Yeah, go! Yeah, go! And even a beat in there. These sounds are preloaded. You cannot change those sounds. I checked it out. So you're not able to load your own samples in there. So you are quote unquote stuck with these samples. But I have to say the beat is cool. The scratch sounds are dope. Now, when you're not in your instant scratch mode, so when you're just in controller mode controlling Serato, you can still use these buttons here, and now they can be used as hot cues. For me, it's not a thing because I'll use my hot cues here, but if you're used to players like CDJs where you have your cues above your jog wheel, you can use these to activate your cue points. So in conclusion, I'm really impressed with what I saw here. I was not expecting Pioneer to step into the realm of motorized controllers, so that's a nice surprise. But the fact that they went for a different layout and this really caters to what I'm used to, I couldn't be happier. This type of mixer section, the motorized platters with the display in the middle, tempo slider at the top, all of the connections I need, the onboard FX, very important for me. I can't wait to start using it. And I'm using it this coming Monday, January 17th. Make sure you tune in to Crates. I'll be using this bad boy right here. I'm gonna stop right now, have some more fun with it, but come tune in on Monday to watch me play. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video, share the video so more people can see this. If you're new to my channel, or if you were already watching and you're not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification so we can please the YouTube gods. It will help my channel out, so I appreciate that. Until next time, I'm DJ TLM. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.